There are reasons why a lot of artists struggle with the creation of high-quality 3D assets when it comes to hard surface modeling, which is basically everything that is not organic. Some people just get easily lost and they will abandon the project or idea easily because their 3D model is not matching their vision enough, so they delete everything and start this cycle again. But today I will reveal 3 techniques that will definitely help you to create more complex 3D models to make your work faster and your life easier. So let's start with the number 1, which is the subdivision surface modeling. Subdivision surfaces allow you to create incredibly smooth and continuous surfaces on your 3D model. This is crucial for achieving realistic and visually appealing 3D models, especially when you are working on hard surface models like vehicles, gadgets or architectural elements. There are 2 types of subdivision surface, but we are now interested in the Catmull-Clark method. The way how this works is that you start with a low polygon 3D model and then you apply subdivision surface modifier with the subdivision of your choice. Some of the advantages of using this method is the flexibility that it provides. When you use the modifier, it will allow you to make changes to your 3D model non-destructively. This is a priceless advantage for you, since you don't have to press and hold the undo button for 2 minutes hoping that you will get back to fix the mistake. Another advantage is that you are interacting with the high polygon version of your 3D model, but in reality you are affecting only the low polygon model, which will increase the speed of your workflow multiple times. Also, we will end up with the united topology full of quads, and the quad is the only polygon that can be subdivided without any visual issues, errors and artifacts. Personally, I would say this is one of the most useful tools in general, because several industries and individuals rely on this fundamental feature, which is without arguments critical for creating a stunning 3D models. And just to clarify, the use of the subdivision surface is far above hard surface modeling, but I wanted to highlight how important this technique really is. The second principle is using boolean operations. Booleans are generally just basic mathematical operations that are used to cut or shape certain object in particular way. These operations are addition, difference and intersection. With these 3 operations, you can create a cutter object to cut a hole, remove certain part of your mesh, or use it to separate the object to multiple components. I assume that for you, addition and intersection are self-explanatory, but in short story, intersection will maintain only the geometry with the same space that are 2 objects sharing together, and addition is just fusing or combining 2 objects into one. This sounds very simple, but booleans play a big role in hard surface modeling, because same as subdivision surface, they are non-destructive, so you are not affecting the original geometry. With booleans you can come up with very interesting patterns and shapes, which without booleans would be basically impossible and time consuming to create. And I'm not even talking about the precision that would be time consuming with the cost of additional energy to mimic by hand. This is why booleans also offer precise control over how shapes are combined or subtracted. You can specify the order of operations, allowing you to achieve specific results with accuracy. So you can use simple shapes like cubes, spheres or cylinders, but you will end up with very complex geometry. That's why a lot of sci-fi artists and concept designers use booleans, because they unlock certain creativity level in your workflow and make everything much easier and faster. The third and the last principle is maintaining clear topology, which you might think that this is not a big deal because the 3D model looks good, so why would I care about topology? Well, the reason why topology is important is that topology often reflects the usefulness and the price of your 3D model. If you have an object with horrible topology, your 3D model has automatically a lot of disadvantages. First, mesh with horrible topology is very hard and challenging to unwrap properly, because it makes harder to add and edge seams, and even if you unwrap your 3D model, you may run into issues later when you begin with texturing and setting materials. The issues will appear usually in the form of artifacts, wrong normal orientation, unflattened faces and overlapping geometry. Basically, if you would like to sell a 3D model with this topology, you will make your customer's life a living hell, because he most likely wants to work with the 3D model even further, which is a problem if the topology is messy. Also, as I mentioned before, if your 3D mesh is mainly made out of triangles and n-gons, which is a polygon with more than 4 points, you are unable to run edge loops, subdivide or sometimes even shade smooth. So with that being said, try to maintain decent topology, even if you don't plan to sell your work. It's a good practice for you how to organize your topology. That is all for now. I hope you will use all the principles in your future projects, because otherwise what a waste of time. By the way, check out also my recent videos and subscribe to my channel if you still haven't do so. And with that being said, see you later.